hey, wait a minute. Let's not run ahead too quickly here. Yes, Jesus is alive. He's risen from the dead. But let's think for a minute. What happened after the resurrection? Maybe those moments and those days that Jesus spent were some of the most important times for his kingdom and for him launching this disciple-making movement. Let's just back up, and I'm in Luke chapter 24. Let's do the first half of Luke 24. Here's the summary. It's a group of ladies that love Jesus. They're Christ followers. And they go to the tomb, and the stone's rolled away. And they go in, his body's not there. And the angels say, why are you looking for the living among the dead? He's not here, he's risen. Go tell his disciples. So they go tell. Meanwhile, no one knows where Jesus is. And Jesus now appears on the Emmaus Road. And there's a man named Cleophas walking with one of his friends. Obviously, they're two disciples. Jesus steps into their conversation as if he doesn't have a clue about what's going on. And what is he hearing them talk about? He is hearing them talk about how that Christ was suffering and dying, the crucifixion, the cross, and how for them all hope's gone. They thought he was going to be a deliverer. Then they're talking about the empty tomb. The ladies have told us that the tomb's empty. The body of Jesus is not there. And Jesus is asking, what in the world's going on? How are these things possible? What has happened? Perplexed, surprised, they say, hey, how can you be here in Jerusalem and not know about these things? So obviously everybody in Jerusalem knew about the death of Christ on the cross. And now the word was even spreading that he was not in his tomb, that he was not there. And Jesus begins in the Old Testament. He walks them through Genesis. He walks them through the writing of Moses. He walks them through Psalms. He walks them through the prophets about everything concerning the Messiah, through Malachi, up to John the Baptist, even up to things that Jesus himself did. And they're listening, and the word of God's burning in their heart, and yet they still don't recognize that it's Jesus. It's getting late in the evening, and they say, hey, sir, why don't you come spend some time with us? We'll have a meal together, being hospitable, being good Easterners, being good Jewish background people. And so they invite Jesus in their home. It's in the breaking of the bread that they realize that Jesus is the one that has been talking to them. And then somehow, he disappears. See you tomorrow, back again, Luke 24.